Here are your spoilers for Beyond the Gates. On Tuesday, January 20th, 2026, did everyone enjoy the special look behind the gates? It's time to dive right back into their lives and look at Tuesday. In Tuesday's episode, the Hamiltons have an awkward celebration. After Bill and Andre had their little talk, I couldn't imagine a scene where there wasn't an awkward and cringy elephant in the room. What do the Hamiltons have to celebrate anyway? In Tuesday's episode, Joey puts Leslie in her place. That's gotta be the one thing I always appreciate about Joey Armstrong. He is unapologetically himself, and he's not scared of anyone on the show. Not a Dupree nor Leslie. Boundaries need to be set with Leslie, and Joey will do it. In Tuesday's episode, Vanessa shocks Nicole with some scandalous info. At this point, I'm not sure how Vanessa would shock anyone with anything scandalous. Her past is scandal, as is her life. Maybe this will be the much-needed distraction for Nicole from the BRCA gene discovery and the health crisis her mom is going through. Things are definitely changing for the Hamilton girls. In Tuesday's episode, Chelsea's new lease on life causes friction with Madison. Will Madison think Chelsea wants changes in all areas of her life? New health kick, new girlfriend? Madison doesn't need to worry about that, as she's absolutely smitten. It's the other Hamilton sister that people should be worrying about, especially Jacob. Naomi is a cause for concern this week, and a quick tease of why. Okay then, you dragged it out of me. On Wednesday, Naomi hides her new normal from her entire family. Make sure to check out The Scoop and the next week sneak peek for a deeper look into what's to come this week and what you have to look forward to from your favorite characters and not so favorite characters in the DMV. Hey babes, welcome back to Gossip Delight. It's your girl Daisy, and trust me, today's tea is scorching, steamy, and absolutely unmissable. Buckle up, because we're diving straight into the drama. Beyond the Gates, spoilers for the next 2 weeks, January 19th to 30th. Note that Bill Hamilton will have a plan for Hayley Hamilton, while Danny Dupree's eyes wander to Isaiah Hawthorne. The next 2 weeks in Fairmont Crest will be both campy and chaotic, so let's get into all the drama. First off, Beyond the Gates, spoilers for Monday, January 19th, indicate that the show will present a special titled Inside the Gates. The cast will gather in a roundtable setting as they talk about their characters and key storylines from Season 1. It'll be a nice opportunity for older fans to get some insights from the actors and actresses who play their favorite characters, and it'll give newer fans a chance to catch up on all the drama they may have missed if they haven't watched the show from day one. During the week of January 19th to 23, Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest that Naomi Hawthorne will fall into a new normal. She knows she tested positive for that BRCA gene, but told her family that the results were clear. Everyone was so happy on the Friday, January 16th episode when Chelsea Hamilton's test results came back with no gene marker, and the look on Naomi's face when she saw her tests seemed to indicate that she saw something unpleasant. Naomi lied to her family just so that they wouldn't have another thing to worry about, so over the next 5 days, Naomi will remain tight-lipped. Still, will she decide to confide in anyone? Over to Naomi's husband, Jacob Hawthorne. He'll get into a heated argument with both his father, Police Chief Elon Hawthorne, and Detective Marcel Malone. It sounds like they'll clash over some sort of case, but as the weekend hits, Jacob will be placed on an undercover mission, which may worry Elon and Marcel since they are crooked cops, and Jacob is no OTT. Across town, Beyond the Gate, spoilers for the week of January 19th to 23 suggest that Vanessa McBride will surprise Nicole Dupree with a scandalous secret. Is this a secret about Vanessa herself, or Dr. Kial Rollins? As the days go by, he'll re-enter the Fairmont Crest canvas, and Vanessa will proposition him. Still, Vanessa is smitten with Joey Armstrong, so will this be a proposition for her bestie, Nicole? Speaking of being propositioned, it sounds like Ted Richardson and Shanice Johnson will hit the sheets. A cryptic BTG spoiler for next week suggests 2 couples will move their romances forward, so it only makes sense that Shanice and Ted will be one of them. The doctor and nurse were close to doing the deed during the Friday, January 16th episode, but Ted wanted their first time together to to be a little more special. Still, who will be couple number 2? Could Nicole cross a line with Kial? Sure, she's dating Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald, but they aren't exactly exclusive. Meanwhile, Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of January 9th, 23 imply that Danny will confide in Bill and then make an unexpected move. Will the two exes kiss yet again, or do more? Only time will tell. In related news, Hayley will get confronted. Could Thomas Navarro be the one to confront her? The young lawyer overheard her talking to her cousin and co-conspirator, Randy Parker, during the week of January 12, 16. If he does get any intel, it sounds like he'll run straight back to his boss. Will Bill learn about Hayley and Randy's plan to off him? Elsewhere, Isaiah will catch the eye of Danny, as well as Pamela Curtis. It looks like the two ladies will believe he's got the looks to be the next big male model. So how will Isaiah react to this? During the week of January 26-30, BTG spoilers hint that Danny and Pamela will go full throttle to try and sign Isaiah to their modeling agency. Will the young man succumb to their offer or resist it? He is pretty happy with the career he has now. Across town, Bill will pay for Tomas's silence. It sounds like Tomas will spill to his boss about Hayley's shady actions. The last thing anyone wants to do is cross Bill Hamilton, so Bill will likely concoct a scheme to nab Hayley and possibly teach her a lesson. How ugly could things get for Hayley? Bill can be a nice guy, but cross him, and he can get very dark. Hayley's playing a dangerous game, which could have dire consequences. Back to Naomi, as she continues to lie about her Bjarke to family. During the week of January 26-30, there's a good chance someone outside of the Duprees and Jacob find out. Could Naomi confide in Ashley Morgan? Then again, as the nurse's new love interest, Grayson Perez, is the lab technician who organized Naomi's test. Will he slip and say something by accident to Ashley? Thanks to HIPAA, both Grayson and Ashley would need to keep this information to themselves, but Ashley could still confront Naomi about it. Finally, during the week of January 26-30, Jacob will likely continue his undercover case, but will he land in any danger? Beyond the Gates spoilers state there will be a ton of drama, romance, steamy moments, and more over the next 2 weeks, so fans will need to stay tuned to the CBS soap to see what happens next. The week of January 19 to 23 on Beyond the Gates starts off with, as previously reported, a special episode to bring new and existing viewers up to speed on all the key storylines, moments, and relationships from the CBS daytime drama's first season. The CBS daytime special, Beyond the Gates, Inside Fairmont Crest, airs Monday as part of Martin Luther King Day programming. Then, official. Beyond the Gates spoilers share. There is plenty of drama when all new episodes resume on January 20th, which includes Naomi hiding her new normal from the entire Dupree and Hamilton families, while her husband Jacob goes undercover as there are plenty of dirty cops and scandal in and around Fairmont Crest with Marcel, Elon, and Joey Armstrong. Will he get to the bottom of what happened to Vanessa's late husband Doug? Meanwhile, Vanessa has a proposition for Dr. Kial Rollins, marking the return of Greg Vaughn in his new recurring role on the CBS soap. Later, she is accosted, and look for two couples to hit the sheets for the first time on the same episode come Thursday. Now below, check out the Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week below, Monday, January 19th. Beyond the Gates, Inside Fairmont Crest, special episode that pulls back the curtain on Beyond the Gates with commentary from the actors as they relive their storylines, including all of Season 1's explosive affairs, shocking cons, and family secret. Tuesday, January 20th. The Hamiltons have an awkward celebration. Joey puts Leslie in her place. Vanessa shocks Nicole with some scandalous info. Chelsea's new lease on life causes friction with Madison. Wednesday, January 21st. Kat and Ted argue over Eva, while Naomi hides her new normal from her entire family. Vanessa propositions Kial. Jacob clashes with Marcel and Elon. Smitty and Martine are surprised by Tyrell's latest stance on a family tradition. Thursday, January 22nd. Danny opens up to Bill and then makes a surprising move. Hayley feels cornered. Vanessa is accosted. Joey gives Elon some much-needed intel. Two couples take the next step in their relationships by the end of the night. Friday, January 23rd. Anita leans on Sharon. Bill buys Tomas silence. Leslie confronts Shanice over Ted. Danny and Pamela set their sights on Isaiah. Ashley calls Derek out on his sabotage, while Jacob begins his undercover mission. Here's what's coming up on Beyond the Gates for Tuesday, January 20th, 2026. Vanessa shocks Nicole with some scandalous info, while Joey puts Leslie in her place. And that's not all. Read on as Soap Opera News breaks down the day's events for you. Once again, Joey Armstrong is forced to put Leslie Thomas in her place. The two are now business partners, though neither seems thrilled about it. Joey is doing this for one reason and one reason only: his love for Vanessa McBride. For Leslie, it feels less about the business and more about being seen and being known. Joey isn't exactly thrilled about sharing power with her, and who would be? Leslie doesn't back down, and she has a talent for making life a living hell. That said, Joey isn't much different. Whenever Leslie crosses a line, he won't hesitate to call her out, partnership or not. Meanwhile, the Hamiltons gather for what should be a celebration. Chelsea is officially in the clear, and Naomi says she is too. On paper, that sounds like good news. So why does the moment feel so awkward? Something is clearly simmering beneath the surface. Elsewhere, Vanessa stuns Nicole with some scandalous information. What could it be? Does it tie back to Leslie, or is a completely different secret about to explode? Beyond the Gates spoilers for January 20th tease that Chelsea's new lease on life doesn't come without complications. Her fresh start causes unexpected tension with Madison. So, it's safe to say that even good news can stir up trouble. That's all for Beyond the Gates spoilers for January 20th, 2026. Which storyline are you most excited about? Share your thoughts in the comments and check back tomorrow for more drama and surprises. Get the weekly BTG spoilers. Beyond the Gates airs weekdays on CBS. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of January 19th, 23 hint that Bill Hamilton and Thomas Navarro will conspire as Naomi Hawthorne keeps a BRCA secret. Before CDL dives into the drama in Fairmont Crest, fans need to be alerted to a special episode. Inside the Gates will air on Monday, January 19th, and will offer fans a unique perspective on Season 1 storylines. BTG's series regulars will gather on the set of the Dupree Mansion's living room and talk about all the highs and lows each of their characters endured during the first year the show was on the air. It'll be a bit of a roundtable discussion, as the actors and actresses who make up the CBS soap talk and almost relive some of the highlights during Season 1. It'll certainly be a great way for fans to reminisce about their favorite moments from this first year, but also give newer viewers an opportunity to catch up on storylines. Now, let's talk about what everyone can expect to see during the week of January 19th to 23. Beyond the Gates, viewers could sense during the Friday, January 16th episode that Naomi was lying about her BRCA test results. The Dupree family has been reeling since Anita Dupree announced her breast cancer diagnosis, and the next hammer dropped when Danny Dupree tested positive for the BRCA gene linked to the condition. Chelsea Hamilton happily announced on the January 16th show that she didn't have the gene, and it feels like Naomi lied to ensure no one had to worry about her. She likely does have the BRCA gene, but is covering it up. Over the next 5 days, Naomi will continue to keep this secret from the Duprees, and it sounds like she'll also lie to her husband, Jacob Hawthorne. Still, will she confide in Ashley Morgan? While on the topic of Ashley, she'll call out Derek Baldwin on his deception. During the January 16th show, Derek tried to cause issues between Ashley and her new beau, Grayson Perez, by running to her mom, Jan Morgan, and outing the nurse's new romance. Derek was obviously upset that Osley had moved on, but it looks like the nurse will put the firefighter in his place. But will he stay there? Back to Jacob, he'll argue with his dad, Police Chief Elon Hawthorne, and Detective Marcel Malone. Is this about a case? The two police vets might be apprehensive about placing him on an investigation. However, by the time the weekend hits, Jacob will start a new undercover mission. Meanwhile, Chelsea's new outlook on life, thanks to her test results coming back clear, will be a cause of concern for Dr. Madison Montgomery. Why will this rub the good doctor the wrong way? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Elsewhere, Nicole Dupree will get a shock from Vanessa McBride when she spills a scandalous secret. Is this about Dr. Kial Rollins? As the week progresses, Beyond the Gates, spoilers note that Vanessa will propose something to Kial and then get accosted by someone else. It doesn't seem likely that Vanessa will try to seduce Kial, as she's so smitten with Joey Armstrong. Still, will Vanessa try to push him and Nicole closer? Will Nicole be the one to accost her bestie for crossing a line? Speaking of Joey, he'll put his new business partner, Leslie Thomas, in her place. In addition, he'll also get some information from Elon. Is this about Jacob's new investigation? In some cryptic BTG spoilers, two couples will take their romances to the next level. Could Ted Richardson and Shanice Johnson be one of them? The two almost did the deed during the January 16th show, but Ted stopped them because he wanted it to be more special than just his office at the hospital. Leslie will confront Shanice about Ted as the days go by, so they may just hit the sheets. But with that said, who will the other couple be? Across town, Beyond the Gates spoilers for the week of January 19th to 23 imply that Danny opens up to Bill and then makes an unexpected move. Will the two kiss again? Or more? Meanwhile, someone will corner Hayley Hamilton. Could it be Tomas? The young lawyer overheard Hayley talking about her plan to off Bill with cousin and co-conspirator Randy Parker last week. Will Tomas call Hayley out? Still, as the weekend hits, Bill will pay Tomas to remain silent. Will Bill and Tomas cook up a plan to out Hayley? In other news, Danny will also spend some time with Pamela Curtis, but it sounds like the friends will be laser-focused on work as they eye Isaiah Hawthorne. Will they approach him for a modeling gig? Finally, Sharon Winger will pay Anita a visit, and it sounds like the woman will lean on her articulate sister. Anita is having a hard time with her chemotherapy, so fans can expect some feel-good moments between the two old friends. Beyond the Gates spoilers indicate that the week of January 19th to 23 will provide some incredible drama, so fans won't want to miss a single moment of the Fairmont Crest fun. Beyond the Gates spoilers note that the show has partnered up with Know Your Lemons Foundation to highlight breast cancer health education, which aligns with Anita Dupree's current storyline struggle. More information on this below. BTG officially teamed up with Know Your Lemon when the storyline began airing about Anita's cancer diagnosis. On December 15th, the goal of this arc is to present a realistic view of diagnosis and treatment, while also increasing awareness about early detection and having a proactive approach to medical care. BTG fans will see Anita experience all the side effects of the condition and chemo, from fatigue to mental exhaustion and hair loss. With that said, there's also the element of the genetic markers and ensuring all family members get tested. As of this writing, Danny Dupree has tested positive for the BRCA marker. Since Anita's diagnosis, the CBS soap has aired 2 public service announcements linked to the Know Your Lemons campaign. The first one took place at the end of the show's January 1st episode and featured Daphne Duplay and Carla Mosley. Breast cancer deaths have decreased by over 40% since 1999. There's still a gap of morality for women in the Black community. Lack of awareness and limited access to care are barriers, which is where Know Your Lemons comes in. The foundation is a not-for-profit that aims to improve early diagnosis of breast cancer globally. Their campaigns and app have connected with over 2 billion people around the world, assisting to make breast health information accessible. CEO and founder of Know Your Lemons, Dr. Corinne Ellsworth, released a statement about the BTG partnership, stating, "So often we don't learn about breast health until we have a breast problem." She goes on to say, "In partnership with Beyond the Gates, we can educate about the 12 symptoms of breast cancer and share an app that has saved many lives through early detection." Ellsworth added, "Including us in Anita's diagnosis is a meaningful way to raise awareness and encourage viewers to get screened and report changes with confidence." Creator and head writer Michelle Valjean and executive producer Tracy Thompson commented on the collaboration as well. "Our goal is to tell a story that raises awareness about the prevalence of triple-negative breast cancer and the importance of regular screenings to aid in early detection." They added, "Beyond that, we want to encourage and empower women to take an active role in their own breast health. You are your own best advocate. What are your thoughts on Anita's breast cancer storyline? Comment below. Watch the CBS soap daily for all the Fairmont Crest drama, and visit CTS regularly for the hottest Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. Beyond the Gates spoilers for the next 2 weeks, January 1930, indicate some interesting moments in Fairmont Crest. Bill Hamilton and Tomas Navarro cook up a scheme, while Isaiah Hawthorne has a new venture, and Naomi Hawthorne's BRCA secret is spilled. During the week of January 19th to 23rd, Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest that Naomi will continue to lie to her family about her BRCA test results. Everyone was so thrilled during the Friday, January 16th episode when Chelsea Hamilton's test results came out clear that it was clear when Naomi got hers. She lied about having the BRCA gene, just to ease everyone's mind. From the sounds of it, Naomi will continue to fib over the next 5 days ahead, and keep this secret tight from her family and husband, Jacob Hawthorne. With that said, there's a good chance she might confide in Ashley Morgan, or the nurse learns about it in other ways during the week of January 26th to 30. After all, her new boyfriend, Grayson Perez, is the lab technician who organized Naomi and Chelsea's tests. Will he slip by accident? Thanks to HIPAA, both Grayson and Ashley would need to keep this information to themselves. Meanwhile, Naomi's husband, Jacob, will deal with some drama during the week of January 19 to 23. He'll get into it with his dad, Police Chief Elon Hawthorne, and Detective Marcel Malone. The three will probably fight about a new case Jacob wants to be on, and by the end of the week, Marcel and Elon will lose this battle as Jacob will start an undercover case. With that said, is this an investigation against Joey Armstrong? The casino owner will have some interesting intel he relays to Elon. During the week of January 26-30, Jacob will likely continue his case, but will he land in any danger? Beyond the Gate, spoilers for the week of January 19th to 23 imply that Nicole Dupree will be shocked by a scandalous secret Vanessa McBride tells her. Is this about Dr. Kial Rollins? He'll be a part of storylines this coming week, and the blonde madam will proposition the good doctor at some point. But Vanessa is gaga over her boyfriend Joey, so it's unlikely that she hits on him. So will she propose something for her bestie? Nicole is dating Dr. Carlton Fitzgerald, but not married to him or even exclusive. Still, as the days go by, someone will accost Vanessa. So if the blonde makes matchmaking hints to Kial, Nicole might be the one who ambushes her friend. Will Kial and Nicole go out on a date during the week of January 26-30, or even do something more before then? Only time will tell. Across town, Beyond the Gates, spoilers hint that 2 couples will kick up their romances a notch, so it's easy to see Ted Richardson and Shanice Johnson will be one of those duos. After all, they almost did the deed during the Friday, January 16th episode, but Ted stopped, as he wanted things to be special between them and not just a romp in his work office. As the week of January 19 to 23 comes to an end, Leslie Thomas will confront Shanice about her teddy bear. So will Leslie catch wind of the progression of their relationship? Or will she guess if she sees the two interact? Plus, who's the second couple who will move their romance to the next level? Across town, Danny Dupree will open up to her ex-husband, Bill, during the week of January 19 to 23, and then make a stunning move. Will she kiss him? Or do more? Speaking of Bill, his wife, Hayley Hamilton, will get cornered at some point this coming week. Tomas overheard her talking to Randy Parker, her cousin and co-conspirator, about their #Kill Bill scheme during the week of January 12 to 16. Will Toms call Hayley out on this? With that said, as the weekend hits, Bill will pay for Tomathas's silence. Will the young attorney run to his boss and spill what he knows? If Bill hears about Hayley's plan, he'll have a scheme of his own that he wants to unleash. So fans will likely see Bill and Tomas conspire during the week of January 26 to 30 to ensure Hayley goes down. Back to Danny, she and Pamela Curtis will have their eye on someone during the week of January 19 to 23, and it sounds like they believe Isaiah Hawthorne could be the next big thing in the modeling world. During the week of January 26 to 30, The ladies will try to convince Isaiah to sign up with their agency, but will he entertain the idea or shut them down? If he does shut them down, will the ladies be persistent? Beyond the Gates spoilers for the Monday, January 19th. Episode note: the soap will present Inside the Gates, a special that will gather the cast in a roundtable setting as they discuss pivotal moments from Season 1. It'll be a great chance for OG fans to get a sneak peek into the insights of their favorite characters from the people who play them and provide an opportunity for new fans to catch up on storylines. Watch the CBS Soap Daily for all the Fairmont Crest drama and visit CTS regularly for the hottest Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. Beyond the Gates creator, head writer, and executive producer Michelle Valjean is currently on a well-deserved vacation and staying at the Four Seasons. Still, work always seems to interrupt things, although this time, Valjean is likely loving it. Her show, Beyond the Gates, got nominated for 2 NAACP awards while she was taking a break from the show. As such, the hotel did something sweet and delicious to acknowledge their guests' achievement. Beyond the Gates got nominated in 2 NAACP categories: Outstanding Hairstyling and Outstanding Drama Series. The second NAACP nod is the first time a daytime drama has ever landed in this category, which is quite an accomplishment. This type of thing deserves major applause. So while Valjean is on vacation, the Four Seasons thought of something super special to surprise her with. Valjean hopped on the social media platform X to show BTG fans and followers what the hotel did to celebrate her show's NAACP nominations. Valjean uploaded a photo of some desserts on a table, with what appears to be a framed photo of her behind a Beyond the Gates banner, along with a note from the Four Seasons assistant chef concierge, Malia Jost. Valjean's X caption read, "Look at this hilarious amenity from the Four Seasons. I love it here. Beyond the Gates. BTG." Zeroing in on the photo, the note said, "Hola Michele! We could let this remarkable milestone pass without further celebration." It went on to say, "Congratulations once again on this extraordinary nomination. Please enjoy this fully edible chocolate frame created in your honor. All my best, Malia Jost." What a thoughtful and yummy gift idea for a woman who deserves all the accolades in the world right now. But will Michelle end up eating the chocolatey masterpiece? Only one person can answer that question. How much do you love BTG? Comment below. Watch the CBS Soap Daily for all the Fairmont Crest drama, and visit CTS regularly for the hottest Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. Beyond the Gates spoilers suggest the CBS soap has released its preview for the week of January 9th to 23 a little early, and there are some interesting moments ahead. What's set to unravel in Fairmont Crest over the next 5 days? Read more below. The Beyond the Gates promo for the week of January 19th opens with Tamara Tooney and Clifton Davis walking into the Dupree family mansion's living room. Tooney notes that, "This is the perfect opportunity to familiarize yourself with our characters and the stories we've been telling." Davis adds, "We'll be including all the secrets, all the lies here in Fairmont Crest." As he says this, clips of Daphne Duplay and Keith D. Robinson are shown laughing, a close-up of Marquita Goings smiling, as well as Timon Kyle Durrett talking and looking a little serious as he gives a smirk. From the sounds of it, the show is hosting a special cast roundtable, which takes place in the Dupree mansion on couches. The cast will be talking about their characters' past, behind-the-scenes stuff, and potentially Season 2. It's unclear if this special will roll out for all 5 days next week or if this will be a standalone episode. Colby Natasha Nixon pipes up during the roundtable on the BTG preview and asks, "Am I the only one who is nervous here?" As Ronnie Rose Mantilla reacts to her co-star with a laugh. A clip from Season 1 where Danny pulls a gun during Hayley and Bill's wedding is then shown, with a close-up of both Naomi Hawthorne and Nicole watching in horror as she shoots in Bill's direction. This is when Clifton Davis exclaims, "Wild child!" as the camera pans to Carla Mosley, and she smiles and says, "I know!" As the Beyond the Gates preview progresses, past clips from Season 1 appear. They are the scenes from when Vernon and Martin Richardson got attacked by Kenny and his brother on the side of the road. Claiborne notes in the roundtable, "Oh, how brave of a show to tackle something like that." Trisha Mann Grant is revealed next as she states with a laugh, "I'm having so much fun." A clip of Davis appears next, as he's in the cast roundtable, with Claiborne and Mike Manning sitting with him. Davis goes on to say, "If this secret were ever to go public, it would decimate the entire Dupree family." What is Davis talking about? Fans will have to tune in to find out. Are you excited about the week of January 19 to 23? Share your thoughts, tune into the CBS Soap Daily, and check out CTS often for the best Beyond the Gates updates, spoilers, and news. Beyond the Gates spoilers imply that Bradley, Smitty Smith, and Martin Richardson have always approved of Tyrell Richardson's girlfriend, Jessica. Still, will her influence end up tearing him away from his two dads and the rest of the Duprees? Jessica is a nice girl with good values. She obviously went against her peers when Tyrell was being bullied, and his bad attitude was what halted their teen romance the first time around. With that said, she also has very strong opinions on some of the things his family holds dear. Martin and Vernon Dupree were hoping Tyrell would attend Banneker University, close to Fairmont Crest. However, Jessica wants to leave the little town and head to UCLA, so Tyrell is starting to contemplate that college option. There was also an issue that arose between the young couple during the week of January 5-9. While Tyrell's sister, Samantha Richardson, is excitedly gearing up for the cotillion, Jessica is disgusted by the event and believes it to be elitist. Tyrell now seems hesitant on participating in the gala, when his entire family will be there. The drama surrounding Jessica, her opinions, and her strong influence on Tyrell may spiral over the weeks and months, especially as the two submit college applications. The cotillion is one small issue the couple faces, but the bigger picture here is how bad Jessica wants to leave Fairmont Crest behind, and how much Tyrell wants to follow her, simply to keep their relationship intact. Jessica was Tyrell's first love, and because of all the feelings that flutter around a first romance, it'll be hard to make a decision that goes against her plans. He may want to go to Banneker, but if Jessica insists on UCLA, will Tyrell leave home and his family behind to head to Los Angeles? Only time will tell. What do you think of Jessica? Will she come between Tyrell and his family when all is said and done? Comment your thoughts below. Watch Beyond the Gates on CBS Daily, and visit this site for more doggy fun, tips, and information. Next week, a special episode featuring the cast debuts in place of a regular episode on Beyond the Gates. It'll pull back the curtain on the show, featuring the actors as they spill the tea on their favorite moments, the spectacular drama that's unfolded over the last year, and the rookie soap's biggest secrets. Expect chaos, confrontations, and awkward celebrations the rest of the week. Vanessa's in for a turbulent few days. Early in the week, she'll spread some scandalous info, but by the end, she gets accosted. Will she be okay? Meanwhile, Leslie goes after Shanice, Jacob goes undercover, and Ashley calls Derek out on his sabotage. Here's what else is happening on BEG. The week of January 19th to 23. Monday, January 19th. Episode number 438, Beyond the Gates. Inside Fairmont Crest, special episode that pulls back the curtain on Beyond the Gates with commentary from the actors as they relive their storylines, including all of Season 1's explosive affairs, shocking cons, and family secrets. Tuesday, January 20th, episode number 212, the Hamiltons have an awkward celebration. Joey puts Leslie in her place. Vanessa shocks Nicole with some scandalous info. Chelsea's new lease on life causes friction with Madison. Wednesday, January 21st. Episode number 213, Kat and Ted argue over Eva. Naomi hides her new normal from her entire family. Vanessa propositions Kial. Jacob clashes with Marcel and Elon. Smitty and Martin are surprised by Tyrell's latest stance on a family tradition. Upon interrupting Bill and Danny's embrace, Hayley offers biting words of support to her husband's ex-wife. She passively-aggressively notes the worry in the air. Why else would you drop in to visit Bill in the middle of a workday? After Danny leaves, Bill lashes out at Hayley for twisting the knife about their children's possibility of getting cancer. She apologizes, but Bill doesn't let her off the hook. However, they have a lunch reservation, and he doesn't want to be late. At Orphe Jeans, Jessica continues to trash the cotillion and expresses relief over Nicole not returning her messages about it. Tyrell notes it doesn't seem like her, but points out his grandma has a lot going on. The only way Jessica figures that being a debutante wouldn't suck is if Tyrell were her escort. They can be miserable together. Speaking of cotillions, Kat and Samantha check in on Anita and share dress ideas for Samantha, despite Vernon's concern that it's too much for his wife after chemo. Danny drops in and privately talks to her father about how, despite his reservations, she needs to let Bill in on what's going on with her and their daughters. When the Mayers join the others, Anita admits her husband was right, and this was all a little much for her today. In his office, Ted confides in Eva about Kat refusing to get tested for the BRCA gene and how worried she is about Chelsea. He'd love for Eva to reach out to her, but he'd never ask that of her. However, Eva takes it upon herself to approach her half-sister at Orphe Jeans. She's there for her if she needs someone to talk to. Kat tells her to stay out of her business and her family. Eva declares that she did this for their father, but when the day comes and Kat does need her, she will throw her words right back in her face, dad or not. After spotting Ashley and Grayson flirting at the hospital, Naomi is all too happy to fill Shanice in on their date last night. Ashley reports it was different, but good. Really, really good! She uses changing up her usual ice cream order as a metaphor to describe how good being with someone new was. 3 times good, apparently. Shanice quips about Ashley landing the man everyone in the hospital wants, but warns about getting her butter from the same place she gets her bread. Ashley wonders who's buttering Dr. Richardson's bread. Not me, Shanice says a little too quickly. Ashley suggests she do something about that, which Shanice does when she coyly brings ice cream to Ted's office. Ted appreciates the afternoon delight and feeds Shanice, which leads to a passionate kiss. At Uptown, Jacob fills in Derek on Ashley's date. The fireman takes it fairly well, but does ask for details on who his ex is dating. Instead of indulging him, Jacob confides in his friend about Naomi getting tested for the BRCA gene. He fears it will make her shut down on him again. Derek knows they can get through anything because they're meant to be. Jacob doesn't believe in meant to be. A relationship works based on trust, communication, and the daily choices you make. Derek muses that sometimes it's hard to see what works and what doesn't when you're in the middle of it. Maybe that was his mistake with Ashley. No, Jacob bluntly says. Lying to her was your mistake. Derek takes that in stride as well, but is clearly affected when he sees Ashley flirting with Grayson at the hospital. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday, January 16th, reveal some bombshells on the horizon. Chelsea Hamilton has some major news, while Naomi Hawthorne feels pressured. Plus, Derek Baldwin isn't pleased over something he sees. Find out more about Friday's episode below. Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday, January 16th, suggest that Chelsea will turn to the Dupree family with some big news. Could this be about her BRCA genetic test results? The results are due to come in, and it seems like the only answer at this point. Is Chelsea or Naomi a carrier? That's hard to say. Added teasers reveal that Naomi will feel pressured by Jacob Hawthorne, and if she tests positive for the gene, he may advise her to go to therapy, something he was pushing for recently. Still, Naomi was hesitant, so fans will have to tune in to see the latest obstacle this super couple will face. Across town, Jacob's brother, Isaiah Hawthorne, will comfort his gal pal, Eva Thomas. During the Thursday, January 15th show, Ted Richardson requested something of Eva that would place her at odds with her sister, Catherine "Cat" Richardson. Will Isaiah help reassure Eva about this family drama? He's an expert on this kind of stuff after all. Speaking of Ted, things will heat up between him and Shanice Johnson. Will the doctor and nurse hit the sheets? In other news, Beyond the Gates spoilers for Friday imply that Derek won't be happy with something he sees. Is this about Shanice and Ted, or will the firefighter witness his ex-girlfriend, Ashley Morgan, with Grayson Perez? Could he catch them kissing? Sparks flew between the vanilla nurse and the lab technician earlier this week, and there's a good chance they'll be together during the January 16th episode, so only time will tell. What storyline are you most looking forward to during Friday's show? Comment below. Watch the CBS soap daily for all the Fairmont Crest drama and visit CTS regularly for the hottest Beyond the Gates news, updates, and spoilers. During the Thursday, January 15th show, Ted Richardson requested something of Eva that would place her at odds with her sister, Catherine "Cat" Richardson. Beyond the Gates is doing important work in raising awareness about breast cancer through a storyline that will resonate with many viewers, and that work is extending beyond the screen. The CBS daytime drama has partnered with the Know Your Lemons Foundation for a campaign geared toward bridging the mortality gap between Black and white women with this disease, as well as educating viewers about the BRCA gene. The campaign is centered on Anita's storyline and its impact on the Dupree family. It will also include public service announcements designed to provide viewers with information and resources, like the Know Your Lemons app, that are invaluable for becoming knowledgeable about their breast health and supporting early detection of breast cancer. Anita's breast cancer storyline began with her diagnosis of triple-negative breast cancer. BTG viewers are going to be with her every step of the way as she goes through chemotherapy, and her daughters and grandchildren get the BRCA gene test. TNBC is an aggressive form of invasive breast cancer, and it differs from other types of this invasive disease due to its faster growth and spread. This means there are few treatment options, and the prognosis for the patient can be worse. The soap is not going to shy away from the reality of Anita's journey, which will include how chemotherapy affects her physically and mentally. She'll be dealing with hair loss and the toll the treatment will have on her body. The form of cancer that Anita has is most common in Black women, but lack of awareness and access to resources has played a part in the mortality gap between Black and white women with this disease. BTG, in partnership with Know Your Lemons, is looking to combat this issue through storytelling. The soap opera will also spotlight the impact that the BRCA gene test results will have on the Duprees. Testing positive for the BRCA gene alters health expectations and heightens concern about developing cancer in the future. Preventive care becomes a part of the conversation in a way that can be both emotional and confronting. In discussing the intent behind the campaign, executive producers Michelle A. Valjean and Tracy Thompson had the following to say. During BTG's breast cancer storyline, PSAs raising awareness about the disease will run. The first PSA aired on January 1st and featured soap stars Carla Mosley and Daphne Duplay. The actresses cite that 85% of people who are diagnosed with breast cancer don't have a family history of the disease, and that a lump may not be the only indicator that someone has it. There are 12 signs that people should know, especially Black women who are more likely to develop breast cancer at a younger age. Mosley and Duplay also direct viewers to the Know Your Lemons app, where they can develop a custom breast plan. A second PSA is scheduled to run as this months-long storyline about breast cancer airs on CBS. Dr. Corinne Ellsworth Beaumont, CEO and founder of the Know Your Lemons Foundation, shared the following statement about BTG and the charity's campaign. The app is the nonprofit's way of enhancing early breast cancer detection by creating and promoting innovative and inclusive educational methods for the public. The award-winning Know Your Lemons app has reached over 2 billion people worldwide, and it provides accessible and visual breast health knowledge to users.